Hello, welcome to Reely Rated, the movie review podcast. I'm your host, Mitchell Stevens.
And I'm your co-host, Jess Andrews.
And today we are here to do, what are we doing? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
We're very tired today.
Yeah, I have to say, Rachel Ziegler was an amazing actress.
The 7 magical creatures were the highlight for me.
Yes.
Jesus. No, don't worry, guys.
Oh no, it's not that Snow
Not
White.
that one. Oh my god, imagine if you had watched the new one and I'd watched the old one. And then like halfway through the podcast we suddenly go, wait, are we talking about the same film? That'd be so funny.
What we like. No, today we're
could have done a
here.
little like debate, couldn't we?
Yeah, oh that's true.
Which one's better?
No, we're here to talk about the 1937 Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yes, the OG.
So I was reading, it's the first American animated film.
Yeah, I think I remember very vaguely from uni that I think in the Middle East somewhere they actually did make it was like the story of Aladdin or something.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
And that was technically the first animated film, but yeah, we'll go with the first American kind of mainstream animated film for sure. So it's kind of right. It's right and it's wrong. It's kind of depending on how you wanna swing it.
It's the first animated feature film produced in the United States and first cel-shaded animated feature film.
Yeah, because obviously they celebrated the 100 years of Disney, didn't they, the other day? About a year ago now, I guess. But that was to celebrate the beginning of the company, wasn't it?
When we were at uni, they celebrated the 50th.
Did they?
Well, it was with was it the 50th or was it because it was the one with Tiana and was it the Frog Princess and the Frog?
Yeah, Princess and the Frog. Oh yeah, that's right. It did come out then, didn't it? I don't know if it was for the 50th anniversary though.
I think it was to celebrate, like, because I know that was done in. Was that done in cel shaded when they coloured it in the cells?
Yeah, like traditional
Animated.
It's kind of I don't know what you kind of class, because obviously now they do use, like, even if it's 2D, they still use like computers to sort of like tidy it up and stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
Like obviously. But I'd still count it as hand drawn, but yeah, Princess and the Frog's a funny one. We should definitely do a podcast on that soon because it's interesting. It's one that like has certain elements that are so good, and then other parts are just like I'm falling asleep.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It's a really interesting one. Yeah, you could dissect that, so to speak, dissect the frog. For hours, but no, we're dissecting Snow White today. We are cutting her open to see if she's really asleep or not.
Yeah, no. So Princess and the Frog, it marked Disney's brief return to traditional animation. So whatever you take from that. So yeah, cel shading. Yeah. So I just had to, because I knew they did it for some reason.
Oh, okay. Because I know that, wasn't it Home on the Range that was their last one before that, and then they were like, oh, actually, we're not going to do that anymore.
We're just going to do CGI and stuff. Okay, right then.
Yeah.
Right. Snow White. So.
And the Seven Dwarfs.
1937.
1937.
So I have to. So the first thing that struck me with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was the I totally forgot that she had a different costume at the beginning. You know, her beggar's costume with her clogs.
Beggar's costume. Her peasant costume.
Yeah.
Beggar. Yeah, she's like a scullery maid or something they call her, isn't it? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think that the costumes in it are actually really pretty, because you know what? Whenever you look at the princess lineup, I'll be honest, Snow White is generally if I was to like rank them, my order of my favourite, like the Disney princess dresses and stuff, I'd be like, oh, Snow White, not interested. Is not my kind of fave. But I was looking at the the dress, you know, the normal dress, the one with the puffy sleeves and the red and the blue.
Mm.
And in the film, it's actually so pretty because it's got like a cream skirt and like navy blue top,
Yeah.
and it's not quite so sort of like childish looking. It's actually
Yeah.
so pretty. It's like I was looking at it like, actually is iconic. That is so beautiful. Even though I've been like, ugh, Snow White for like ages, and like, oh no, nothing can pass that. I mean, obviously Belle's dress obviously is the best dress ever, but I was like quite surprised, like you say, that like there's I think in the whole film, I think we're going to see a trend of kind of being surprised at remembering things a bit wrong.
Yeah. And also like the like the way the costume is translated now is they make the dress really yellow in like,
Right, yeah.
and it's
Like all primary colours.
Yeah. And it looks kind of off, but in this, you're right, it's
Cheap.
more like cream and like navies and like deep reds and like,
Yeah. It's
really
so pretty.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
I felt a bit bad. I was like, sorry, Snow. I've been slagging you off all this time. Actually, you're an iconic queen. I'm so sorry.
Yes, queen.
Even like her hairdo and stuff. I was always like, oh, I don't like her hair. Oh, she's got a horrible bob. That's actually so pretty as well.
Yeah.
I misjudged you. I'm so sorry.
Like the one thing I will say about the remake, it did the hair has not translated well into the remake.
Oh my god, yeah. I feel like the production team just hated Rachel. They were like, right, how can we get back at her?
Yeah.
Let's fuck up her hair.
Because it's not even translated.
It's not the length.
It's not the 30s bob they were going for. It was like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because she's got, I think that she was modelled in the original kind of on like almost like a Betty Boop type style.
Yeah.
And it's definitely of its time. Like, it's not very now, but it is pretty. It is kind of, you know, classy, elegant. I don't know. Especially because a lot of I think pretty much all of the princesses after that had long hair. If not, I mean, I think Cinderella's sort of got like shoulder length, hasn't she?
Yeah.
But the rest of them, I think, have got long hair, like long hair.
And Cinderella's is kind of like always up in that do when she's like transformed.
Yeah, so I think Snow White has just got the kind of that. She definitely has one of the most iconic looks. Like, even if you had dark hair, right, and then I put a red bow in my hair, you'd go, oh, Snow White, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or Matilda. But yeah, do you know what? Actually, I actually did write some notes because viewers, listeners, whatever. I actually watched the wrong movie last month. We were doing what were we doing last? What did we do last month?
Halloween Ends.
Oh yeah, Halloween Ends. So I started watching Snow White, and then I messaged Mitchell saying like something about Snow White, and then he was like, "Why are you watching that?" And I'm like, "For the podcast, duh." And then he was like, "We're not doing that, duh." And I was like, "Oh," so I stopped it. But I did actually write a couple of notes. Actually, I've just found them on my keep, so that's good. I've just my first note going back to the beginning is that in the intro, like that kind of classic intro with the book opening and stuff, there's that little thanks blurb to the production team.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
And that made me want to cry a bit. I was like, oh, because it was like, thank you so much to the talented artist that made this dream come true, or something like that. And I thought, oh, that is so lovely.
Yeah.
And he actually acknowledged the fact that it was a real like labour of love, wasn't it? Like, and not just his, because I know that there's always so much talk about the production, about how he like remortgaged, you know, like he was like going to lose his house, and everyone was telling him that it was like a fool's errand and all this. And and instead of being like, I was right, instead he was like, thank you to those who actually believed in it and actually worked so hard on it. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. I love that. Yes, Walt, even though you were a racist. No, I'm joking. I don't really know much about that, to be honest.
If only he had carried that on, like, and rather than sort of like slave labor and stuff, but
Well, yeah. Actually, it's interesting because I've written down that I really like the overture. You know, as the credits are going, and you've got the overture playing. And I
Yeah.
was wondering if that was predating, because you know when you watch things like My Fair Lady or The Sound of Music or something like that, and they have the overture in the beginning, and it's quite long usually, and it kind of references all the songs from the score later on. That those are obviously sort of like 60s films, aren't they? 60s, 70s and stuff.
Mm.
And I was wondering if that was like predating it, whether or not that was sort of like something that it kind of they kind of copied off. I don't know, or if that's like kind of a like a leftover effect from things like operas, you know, older sort of
Yeah.
musicals. I was quite interested. I put a note down to research it, but I never got around to it. But I will later.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed even like, and I wrote a note saying, "Oh, their faces are on the book," because on the book on the front, the
Oh
dwarfs'
yeah.
faces are on it, like little kind of really little detail. As I was watching it, I was quite actually blown away, to be honest, at how detailed it is, considering how primitive the technology would have been at the time. Like just all the little love bits that go in, and it doesn't feel like, you know, when you watch things like I don't know if you've ever seen kind of like the older kind of wartime Disney films that are sort of serials where it's like three episodes in one. It's like Make
Yeah.
Mine Music and stuff like that, and it just looks like cheap cartoony, like, well, because it was wartime, but it looks dated. It looks like it was made a really long time ago. And I'll be honest, like when I was watching this, it actually, I don't know if because it's just so pretty that you just kind of get sucked into it, but to me it actually doesn't feel that old.
No.
Like, I wasn't watching it going like, oh my god, this is so, like, you know, the animation really suffers because it's so old. Like, you know, sometimes when you watch things like for instance, like Toy Story, the original Toy Story, and the
Mm.
CGI just was not up to scratch at the time, right?
Yeah.
So much of it, I mean, and don't get me wrong, it was amazing and I love it, but I'm just saying that, like, you can see when you watch it now compared to what CGI is like now, you kind of go, woof, that's a bit jank. You know, like, they've really improved since. But so much of Snow White just looks, maybe it is because it is kind of like a fairy tale book story, so it's kind of like it has that element of fantasticalness that isn't meant to look like real life. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
because
it's meant to look like a painting. Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah, because like right at the end, like you know, in like he sort of carries her off on the horse and that, and like it
Yeah.
ends with that shot of the castle in the sky.
Mhm. Mhm.
So like even that is obviously it's not in the sky; it's like in the horizon, and that's so it's
Mm.
like even that's fantastical.
Yeah.
And the way the prince meets her is like really kind of quaint, like
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I mean, there's lots of people as well. I mean, you can watch a million video essays on that on YouTube about, you know, consent and things. We'll get onto that later. But it's right. And actually, I was watching something a while ago, and it was what's his name? The nostalgia critic, Doug Walker. And I mean, he's a bit of a controversial one. So I don't agree with everything he says, but he said something a little while ago about, he was doing like Disney Summer or something, and he was talking about the problem with Disney now is that everything is so over explained, and he said that Disney was strongest when it focused on emotional storytelling. And this is something that I have noticed like a lot. I think I probably have mentioned it before, to be fair, in other podcasts, but it's like in films like this, you know, we're now kind of taught to be like, but where did the prince come from? How did you know where she was? How did you know that kissing her would wake her up? Oh, you know, like all these questions and things. But all we really want to watch is a happy ending. It doesn't
yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter how he finds her, or if the castle is real or not, or if it's really in the sky, or blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter that, you know, Well, if she was in a glass coffin, wouldn't she have like started wasting away if she wasn't, if she was alive? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, no, that's what
Right.
I was thinking. So like,
Yeah, but that's what Dan, my boyfriend, was when we were watching it. He was like, saying all these things, and I was going, "It's a fairy tale.
yeah,
It's meant to be emotion led. You're not meant to be thinking with your brain. You're meant to be thinking with your heart about it. You just want the happy ending." And I think that kind of is the essence of Disney. I think that's why kind of now when they make stuff now that's so far away from that, that's why it feels so sad, because I think all of us really just want to watch something nice.
yeah,
We just want to watch something that at the end we go, oh, that was nice. What a nice ending, and oh, what a lovely castle in the clouds, and oh, wasn't oh, I really enjoyed the little birdies flying around. Stuff like that. And I think, what did I write? Oh, I've just written in capitals, why does everyone hate on book narration? I don't know if anyone does hate on book narration, but apparently at the time of watching it, I had a chip on my shoulder about that. I like a bit of book narration.
Oh, what, the bit where at the beginning and the like just before the end, like the book explains it.
When they sort of do because obviously that is also a way of cutting costs, isn't it?
Oh no,
not having to have a long film.
I like it. I mean, I
like it.
I think they perfect it in Sleeping Beauty, like the way they sort of the animation matches the kind of like cathedral stained glass window sort of thing.
Yeah, it's almost like a pop-up book,
Yeah, so like I like that they started it off in Snow White and carried it on. I almost miss it because it's kind of their calling card, really.
Yeah, well, they did it in Wish, didn't they? But
that's
a whole other kettle of fish.
Yeah, I haven't seen Wish.
Have you seen Wish?
No.
Oh God, you're gonna hate it. Anyway, no, you will. You'll hate it, Mitt. Oh, do you know what? Can we watch it when we're together again soon?
Yeah.
Because I want to see the soul leave your body.
And my eyes roll so far back into my head.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But I've written that straight off. I've written like the animation is just so, like I said, it's not dated. It's so pretty, and the color, it's so thoughtful. And as I've said, oh look, even the clouds are moving behind the castle and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's so it looks. I mean, obviously it's not real, and like I said, it's not meant to look real. It's meant to look like a fairy tale, but it just looks so like you can tell that the people that made it loved it. Do you know what I mean? Like that there is love in this project. They put so much effort in to make it like there's no like. It doesn't feel like there's corners cut. That makes sense?
Yeah,
it feels like they said this would look beautiful. Let's just do it. Let's try it. Let's make it happen. Rather than going, oh, we could just have a plain background for the sky. That'd be fun. And then someone went, no, let's make the clouds look real and move like how clouds do. You know?
Yeah. And I like I literally the opening shot of like the sort of like panning through the castle and to the windows, like all that was so like
reminded me of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but like it's just sad now because that would have been so CGI'd if it was like redone and like touched up. But it's just because they would have been like because to be fair, in the panning shot right at the beginning, like the castle looks a bit flat. Like I'll be honest. But it's a drawing, so it's gonna look flat. But like now, they would like touch it up with CGI and make it look 3D and like, there's depth. But like, I really enjoyed the fact that we were going from a book. It felt like we were going from a book to a real life sort of like moving painting. It felt like, it felt.
You know what? It's colourful. Like now, what they would do is they'd put a bloody blue filter on it and make everything look grey.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't they?
Yeah.
That's not a fairy tale.
No.
But no, speaking of the animation though, I've written that it's so impressive that even in like 1937, well, before that, like, obviously they were making it, that they've managed to like do the smoke effect in the mirror, like with the magic mirror, and like in the water in the well, like when things drop into the water and the ripples, and they actually make the reflections move. Like, how on earth do they animate that? Like, with such, there's no computer program to kind of say, oh, this is the model and we're going to just pop it in and it'll just make it look like it's rippling. They have to actually, like, painstakingly animate that. How on earth do you make that look good?
Yeah, I know, and they do. I love that shot because like you can't quite tell if you're actually in the water underneath or if you're actually looking down with them.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't quite tell.
Yeah, that's really clever, actually. You're right.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the reflection could go either way, couldn't it? Oh,
yeah.
That's smart. I didn't even think of that, Mitchell. You're so deep.
So the only complaint I have to make about, because I'm going to bring up the prince. So the prince to me comes across very, very fey, very kind of like the way he.
Like girly, you mean?
Yeah, like very kind of like feminine, the way he moves and the way he's like, it's almost
he's
like
a metrosexual, mate.
It's almost like every move he makes, it should be like sort of like in
like a flounce.
Yeah, in Harry Potter, like in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, like when the Bo Battance girls are entering and they go, ah.
Ooh, ah, yeah, I know what you mean. No, it's true. It's meant to be whimsical and romantic, Mitch.
I know, he's trying to go for like, romantic.
That's how I met Dan. That's what Dan was doing when I first met him. One love. Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, and he's got such red lips that can rival Snow White as well.
He does. No, I said that. I said, oh, he's got makeup on.
Yeah.
But you know what, actually? That is a point that I wanted to make. Because you know how people, not all people, but some people, like in America especially, are like, we need to go back to traditional values, like before the war when men were men and all this. Actually, the more I watch of content from like the 30s and 40s, there's actually a huge amount of vulnerability in the male characters. Like, if you look at, I mean, even Grumpy. Even Grumpy has like a proper soft underbelly, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And all of the dwarves and the prince, they've all got like eyelash, like like obviously everyone has eyelashes, but you know what I mean. Like in animation, girls technically have the eyelashes, don't they? Usually, they have like eyelashes. They have expressive faces. They're vulnerable. They're afraid. They show so many emotions that at the time we're kind of told would be seen as sort of like, oh, that's a bit girly and not very aspirational.
That's why Bashful's my favourite, because like you go
oh gosh.
Yeah.
I like Grumpy best. Grumpy's my boy.
Yeah. No, you're right, because like they're always saying to her like, oh, watch out for for the queen, she's a real tricky one and all that sort of thing. And when the animals come to like, grab them and say like, Snow White's in trouble, they instantly like know that it's Snow White and they're scared. They show fear.
Yeah. But they're also really heroic. Like you can see that they're not just being like, oh, we're big tough men. They're like, oh my god, we're scared something's gonna happen to her. We need to go and save her. Like, it's so nice to see. Like, it's really weirdly, because it's old. Like, it was really refreshing to be like, oh, some masculine energy that's actually quite like endearing and vulnerable and sweet. And I thought that's really just interesting. And like the prince obviously is not very not at all developed, is he, in this? But
no,
you do have to remember, the thing that annoys me is when people go, oh, he's so underdeveloped, Snow White's so underdeveloped, blah blah blah, and you have to think to yourself, they were doing this for the first time. They've got like an hour and 20 minutes or something to make a story and put everything in there. It's not easy to develop that many characters, especially because it's not about the prince.
No,
it's nothing to do with the prince. It's about the dwarves and Snow White. So,
no,
like, we don't need. If we had a whole backstory of him going, I was born on a Saturday and I,
yeah,
like, no one cares. No one cares.
And all this malarkey about the whole kind of like consent and that he steals a kiss and that sort of thing. But like,
Oh, let her die then, I say. Let her die.
but the thing is though, but she gave her consent by, you know, right at the beginning, by sort of like singing to him. They're singing to each other, like letting out her vulnerabilities, and like, you know, that I want to be whisked away by a prince. Like, she's giving consent. That's her giving consent in that moment. So like,
And you know what? Technically, they already had a kiss via bird flu.
exactly, yes.
Because they already snugged the bird and then did that thing.
Yeah, I
so
noticed that.
Technically, they already had their first kiss.
Yeah.
Um,
So the spell should have worked.
Yeah, but they also had a scene, sort of about, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through, where she sits there and tells the dwarfs that she wants that prince to come and kiss her and take her away and take her to his castle and marry her. So she's definitely wanting it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't really see. I think people just like to cause a bit of an issue, don't they? But my question was, with the only nitpick I really have in the first kind of act is and obviously it's just kind of me just kind of overthinking probably, but it's when is it that Snow White is meant to become fairest in the land? Because we're kind of led to believe that the queen always asks the mirror, like every morning she wakes up and she wants the validation. She wants to be told every single day how beautiful she is. She's the fairest in the land, right? But then that one day he's like, "Oh, sorry, Queenie, but actually Snow White is fairer than thee." What is it? Because like when she comes of age, she's meant to be like 14, isn't she? Is it like when she starts her period or something? Like puberty begins? Like when does she become suddenly fair? It's interesting. When she becomes legal?
See, I think that. I think you're right. I think you've hit the nail on the head.
But that's just nitpicky, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but no, I think you're right.
Yeah, and I did say I thought it was quite interesting that they drew her with, as in Snow White, that they drew Snow White with brown eyes rather than blue. Because she has got brown eyes when they like do a close up on her. And I actually think to myself, that's really interesting because I don't know why, but I've always got it in my head that like blue eyes are meant to be the kind of like, oh, blue beautiful eyes and blonde. Like she's not kind of what I imagine. I mean, maybe at the time it was, but brown eyes tend to be kind of seen as a little bit less than. And I'm not saying that's true because you and I are both very beautiful with our brown eyes. But I just thought it was really when I noticed that she had brown eyes up close, I was like, oh, that's kind of. I don't know why it kind of surprised me, but it just did.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I just thought, she's got brown eyes. Because maybe it's because like all the other princesses tend to have blue, unless they're sort of like, you know, Jasmine or Pocahontas or whatever. They tend to have blue eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find it interesting. That's all.
No, you know, I like that. Do you think Do you think it might be because like her hair is so black, and like so?
Yeah. Maybe it was just the beauty standard of the time, or maybe do you know what? Maybe it just looked better. Maybe they just tried it with a few different colours and they were like, brown looks more.
Yeah.
But it works with the colour palette and stuff more.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, because her dress, thinking about it, this is a bit overthinking as well, but like thinking about it, her dress is navy blue, like dark blue. So if she had bright blue eyes, it wouldn't bring it out very nicely. It wouldn't match.
No.
Maybe that's why. Anyway, that's just me.
No,
but I did
no.
think it was actually a very sweet callback. Call forward, I guess, because interestingly, I kind of it reminded me a bit of other Disney films in the beginning when she's singing and he hears her over the wall, doesn't he? And then he comes over. He falls in love with her voice first, and that is a trope, isn't it? Like Eric does that. Prince Philip does that. They all fall in love with the voice first. And I thought, oh, I wonder if that's like a thing that they kind of carried on from Snow White. Like, oh, that's a romantic staple. Like, you know, he fell in love with her voice before he saw what she looked like. Love is blind.
Yeah, because
I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah, no, I think the film like definitely inspired a lot of like the films to follow, like, you know, live action and also animated.
Interestingly, when she runs away, you know, like when the huntsman is like, you know, run away, don't come back. I literally just said out loud to myself, Run away, Snow White, never return.
Never return.
Get him. Yeah, like I thought, oh, that's really like, I was thinking that I might do a little series where I take Snow White and then I try and see how all of the Disney films after it kind of took inspiration and stuff, because
Yeah.
it is very classic. I thought that was quite funny, but also it is quite grim, isn't it? The story itself, like, oh, go and murder this child because I'm jealous that she's pretty.
Yeah, and then find out
Like-
later that he slaughtered a pig and put the heart in there. It's like, oh.
Yeah, well, he probably went to the butcher. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like, it is interesting though, because apparently pig hearts do look a lot like human hearts.
Yeah.
That was smart of him. That
Yeah.
was smart, but and I wrote down that the pacing is excellent in capitals.
Yeah, no.
And it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Because like you mentioned, like it's because like it's following her emotions. So like we've had one one scene where she's showing like what she wants from the world, you know, singing about, you know, falling in love and that sort of thing. And then she does, and then it cuts to the queen, who is excellent. Like, I've forgotten how great the evil queen is.
Yeah, and it's weird, isn't it? Because she is, like, when you actually look at her, like, and you imagine her smiling, she actually would be really pretty. But because she's so scary and, like, severe looking, like, intense looking, it's kind of hard to kind of imagine her as pretty. Like, I never, when people sort of think to me, like, oh, how would you describe the queen when she's, you know, as a queen, not an old lady, in Snow White? My first thought isn't really, oh, she's really beautiful. It's more just she's just a bit scary, a bit severe looking.
Yeah, my first thought is like she's really stern and really put together,
Yeah.
like.
And her eyebrows are like
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. And her eyes are insane as well. They show that like they have a lot of white around the eyes, which is meant to show craziness.
Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of manic, isn't she?
Yeah.
in her sort of-
And I like how they draw her like always from like we're always sort of like below her. Like so like so when she looks at you, she's looking down her nose at you, like.
Yeah. And the shadows, like the kind of, what do they call it, like a Dutch angle or something, where it's meant to look a bit sort of foreboding.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is actually, I mean, she's a very forgotten villain, I think.
Yeah.
In Disney history. And I guess it is because, I mean, you don't see a lot of her. But I think she's badass.
Because, you know, like, Once Upon a Time. Have you seen that Once Upon a Time? The TV series?
I started watching it years ago, but I didn't really get into it.
Because, you know, they made...
Shocker.
Yeah, because, you know, they made the main villain the evil queen. I used to always think to myself, why? Like, I was sitting there going... Like, I know it's classic, but I was thinking, why would you make the main villain the evil queen? Like, in the first season. Like, and I used to always sit there going... There's better villains that you could have made who would have been, like, the standout villain. But now watching Snow White back, I get it. Like, because she encapsulates everything the villains sort of, like, come to be in the other films.
Like, pettiness,
Yeah.
and greed, and, like, cruelty.
Yeah.
Like, she already, you know, made her took a princess and made her into a maid. Although I did think it was a little bit of a plot hole where, because she's sort of like, oh yeah, I'm the queen, and Snow White has to dress in drags and be a maid. But then when the Snow White meets the dwarves later on, they're like, oh, Snow White, the princess, and it's like, how do you know about her?
Yeah.
I thought she was like hidden away. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a plot hole.
Something that I like still watch to this day and think, wow, is that, you know, the forest scene?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
she's like imagining, isn't that amazing?
Yes.
I
Like,
actually felt really, I've written down, why hormones, why do I want to cry? Because I actually did feel really emotional because she's really terrible, and it's like watching because she is a small child, like a 14-year-old girl, almost murdered, and forced to run into a dark forest at night, you would be scared. People were like, "Oh, she's such a wimp. Oh, what a boring like princess." And I'm like, you would be scared.
Yeah,
Terrified.
I just like the way they sort of like take the sort of primal fears that we all have, like, you know, like the twigs of the trees and the way they turn into like gnarly fingers
Like
and
hands,
grabbing you, and like the way she falls into the
grabbing
water
her hair.
and the logs become crocodiles.
Yeah, it's really, I think it's so effective, and it's amazing because I kind of feel like as time's gone by, Disney has really failed to make anything actually scary.
Mm.
Like, I can't remember the last time I watched anything in Disney where I felt any kind of actual stakes and fear.
It's because
You know?
it's because they try to make their villains cool now. You know, like, you know, oh, isn't it like we all love Hades, like, but that's because Hades is cool. Like, you know, he's funny, and like, even going back to the Princess and the Frog, like, you know, Facilier.
Yeah, Dr. Facilier. Yeah.
He's like, to me, he's the most not forgettable in that, like, you don't remember him, but there's no stakes to him.
Not scary.
No. Like, and he should be.
He's cool, but he's not scary.
No.
I agree.
And like Scar, he's like funny.
Oh, Scar was scary.
I suppose.
But you not think?
No.
Not so much scary, but kind of like, oh no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Like, kind of, I know what you mean, in that he's sort of like that kind of camp, kind of coded sort of.
Yeah, no, and then like, I suppose the only villain that I can think of that was like super scary, I suppose, is like Cruella de Vil. Like, you can compare her to.
Yeah, because she's funny, but she's also kind of like so unhinged that you're just like, I don't know. It's interesting. It's more of a vibe thing. I mean, like, I remember thinking to myself the other day, like, Shan Yu, the villain from Mulan.
Oh.
Like, he's a really interesting one for me because he is horrendous. Like, he's a child murdering, you know, he's a mass murdering, horrendous, like, fascist, like, just, and his design is horrible, and he's scary, and he's you know, but you don't really remember him. I'm not sure if I was ever really scared when I was watching it. Like, scared for Mulan, I suppose, but not massively scared of him. I don't know. But I'm wondering if it's an age thing. Maybe it's because we're older now, so our imaginations aren't quite as. Because I'm skipping ahead a little bit. But I vividly remember watching Snow White when I was about, like, I don't know, 7 or 8. And when the transformation scene comes on, being absolutely shitting myself terrified, I would, like, hide behind the sofa until it was over.
Yeah.
Like, I was so afraid. I was so afraid of it. Like, so afraid. And then I watched it back, obviously, like, the last few days. And I was like, oh, it's definitely creepy and a bit eerie and stuff, but it's not that scary. It's not scary. It's not like, oh my God, I'm so terrified, I can't watch this. And I'm wondering if that's because when you're a child, your imagination is so much more, everything feels more real, doesn't it? It's like when you go to Disneyland or something and the characters, you're like, oh, I'm really seeing Winnie the Pooh. And it's like, no, you're not. It's a guy in a costume.
Yeah.
But to you as a child, it's real, you know?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that is maybe a facet of it. But then I do watch horror films and I still feel scared sometimes if it's a good horror film. So it's not that I don't get scared by movies, but I'm wondering if it's just because Disney especially is just kind of too afraid to make things scary anymore.
Yeah,
know.
I think you're right, because like it's like that. It's just like, it's like the whole Bambi thing, isn't it? Like, you know, they went from like making something really sad, and then like that's very rarely done anymore. Like, you know, because that made children and adults upset. It's almost like they're scared of making people too afraid or too upset. Like, we've got to be. But then I think they're underthinking it, because if you give us a happy ending, we're willing to forgive anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because I'm trying to think of like recent Disney films, like things like Encanto and Coco and things. They do make me cry. But I guess that's because they kind of touch on sort of certain personal issues. But in terms of like scary stuff, I'm trying to think of the last Disney movie that actually scared me. But no, like with Snow White, and do you know what? Oh, but here's the thing. Like, you know how you just said about how we're willing to forgive anything being scary or sad if you can have a happy ending? Well, putting those animals in after the forest scene in Snow White. Oh! I went from being like horrified and scared to being like wanting to cry because the bunny was so cute.
Yeah, and the bit where they snuggle up in the bed with their feet hanging out. Yeah.
Oh. I have no interest in the birds. Birds aren't cute, but everything else is so cute. Oh, and the little turtle.
Yeah.
Tortoise, probably. Oh my goodness. Although it did make me laugh. I've written. Oh, I'm ashamed of the fuss that I've made. Bitch, you just got stabbed. Almost got stabbed. Almost got stabbed. I'm so ashamed of the fuss I've made. Babes.
You nearly got murdered.
Like, you literally are running for your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so let's get on to the trespassing element.
Oh, yeah. Knock, knock.
That does make me laugh.
Oh,
I guess you're not home.
I'll just let myself in.
You do have to remember that. You do have to remember that she has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she literally, and she's been raised in a castle, so she probably doesn't know anything about social norms.
No, that's true. Yeah.
So, like, it's desperate times come for desperate measures.
I do forget she's a princess. And that she doesn't...
Like, and... Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Because people are always saying, like, oh, she's, like, the most, like, she's such a wimpy princess and she has no personality and blah, 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 blah. But... like, when you watch it, she actually is really... I think she's very strong. Like, she's just been, like, almost murdered. She's run away to the forest. She's all by herself. She's been, like, traumatised and dunked in the river and all this. And then she just picks herself up and she's like, right, let's go and see if I can, you know, go live in the cottage with those men or whoever it is, children. And you sort of think, yes, queen, get up and pick yourself up, dust yourself off and get going. She doesn't just lie there crying all day. She's strong.
Yeah, I just think she's really nice. And like, you know, I think people...
There's nothing wrong with being nice.
Exactly, and I think people are just hateful these days and they just don't think that people like that exist. But, like, I've met people who are like that.
I think it's the DreamWorks effect.
Yeah, but
I think.
I've met people who are, like, just nice. And like they just seem to like they have this sort of like inner spirit where they don't let anything get them down. They just sort of like pick themselves up and go, okay, well that's happened. Now I just got to get on with it. Like she could take it out on the on the dwarfs. Like she could turn around and go.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say she was gonna take it out on the bunny, and I just imagined her like strangling a bunny. I've had a really bad day.
Yeah, exactly. She could they could come home and she can go, what? What do you want? Like I'm staying here. I'm staying here because I've had a really I've had a really bad day.
I was almost murdered.
But she doesn't. She finds this place and she sort of thinks, oh, it belongs to children, so I better clear up for them.
I did say when I was watching it, when she, after the Whistle While You Work song, which by the way is a banger, makes me laugh when they're like licking the plates. And she's like, no, put them in the tub.
Oh yeah.
Like, but anyway, where she cleans, like there's a whole big scene of them like cleaning the house. But she never goes upstairs.
Yeah.
Like it becomes nighttime, and then she's like, "Let's look upstairs." I'm like, "You've been there all day."
Yeah, you didn't look upstairs.
Like I I get it in terms of the storytelling that they were like, right, we need a scene where, you know, she goes to bed, she's tired, and, you know, it makes it's more intriguing to be like, oh, okay, now let's find out what's upstairs. Oh, the beds and the names, and it all makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I'm not slagging off the storytelling, because it's just like, it does make sense. It does flow. But it just made me laugh, because I thought, she's just like, oh, now it's nighttime, let's take a lantern and go and look upstairs. Like, for all she knows, they could have been upstairs the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I just thought it was really funny. And also, upstairs is going to be filthy too, isn't it?
Yeah, and also, like, because I want to point out something that I keep I'm going to forget. Like, so like in modern sort of like videos that you see online, there's always this one thing that they go where, you know, like the videos that go, oh, the Mandela effect, where you're singing it wrong or you remember it wrong. You know, like hi ho, hi ho. Yeah. It's off to work we go.
Yeah.
Well, in the videos, they always say, oh, no, you've got it wrong. It's home from work we go. And I'm like, actually, bitch, it's both. Because when they go... Yeah, because when they go to work, they sing, hi ho, it's off to work we go. Because when I watched it this time, I was like, oh, my God, that's so annoying. Like, that someone thinks that they know, like, oh, no, you got it wrong. And it's like, no, you've got it wrong. They do it both.
No, they do change it, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just that it pissed me off.
Too.
I watched it and it just pissed me off. I was like, no, you're wrong.
I just think, you know, honestly, I was watching the hi-ho sequence and everything, and like them, and they're like walking past the waterfalls, and like it's sunset, and all the shadows moving. Oh gosh, it's so beautiful.
I was watching it going, that's the animators showing off there.
Yeah, but like, isn't that incredible? Because they could, like, given how much time constraint and money constraint they were under, they could have really like just pushed out something that was like the wartime stuff, couldn't they?
Yeah.
They could have been like, right, let's just make it as, you know, as basic as we can and just get it out and, you know, sell it. But they didn't. They spent, I can't imagine how long it must have taken for them to animate all of that, and it's just beautiful. And I really like, and it sounds really stupid, I love how the diamonds like glitter, and all it is white, like just like little white kind of diamonds, you know, like star shapes that they've like animated to twinkle.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're sparkling. It's so cute. I was feeling, it might just be nostalgia, you know, doing its thing with me, but I was honestly watching it feeling quite emotional. I was like, it's so beautiful. I can't believe it was the first one they did. I can't believe it. Like, it's because it's just so... And I really thought, because like when we said we were going to watch this, I was a bit like, oh, not really one that I ever really think about watching.
Yeah.
I was really surprised with how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had elements that I enjoyed, but for the most part, I was like not bored, but I was sitting there going like, oh, I could fast forward this scene because it's a bit like blah.
It's because you're not a princess like me. You can't relate.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah.
I am also a princess that loves little men.
But you're right though. The songs, there were some bangers in there, like the one where like the dancing one, like that was like a.
Oh yeah.
That was a banger.
Although that one is really distracting for me because it's the one that they copied in like Robin Hood and stuff, isn't it? And Aristocats.
Oh yeah.
Where they kind of copy the templates. And it's really distracting because when they were doing like the clapping and all the piano, I was like, oh, that's in Robin Hood. Oh, it's in Robin Hood. and it's not, obviously it's not even in Robin Hood. It's actually, you know, that's the original one, but you kind of you get like what's the word, kind of imprinted on these things. I've written like a little thing saying about the inspiration for the films to come, and I said that the turtle going up, you know, the tortoise goes up the stairs.
Yeah.
And it takes all the time for it to get up the stairs, and then when they run back out again, it gets knocked down all the way.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that reminds me of The Sword in the Stone with the wolf.
Oh yeah. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, just like it's all the little influences.
Oh, the wolf going.
The wolf. Yeah, and he climbs up the thing, and then it's literally like Schadenfreude where you just watch it and you're just like reveling in his misery.
Oh, that wolf! I
Bless
forgot
him.
that.
Yeah, the wolf.
Yeah, so like
um,
overall, I did enjoy the film. The only parts that I thought were like, I think obviously because it's the first one and it's setting the template for everything that's to come. But like, I think the only thing that was dated was the fact that she was so, even though she's strong in that, but she's like portrayed to be so vulnerable and so like helpless, and I thought that was a bit dated. But obviously, I'm trying to like sort of fight the instinct to say it's dated because it's obviously the first one.
I think it's more the fact that her situation renders her quite passive.
Yeah.
In that she's in a vulnerable position, she has nowhere else to go. She does have quite an impact on their lives, and she does kind of, she brings a lot of joy and organization into the dwarves' lives, and also like it's not her fault that she falls. It's like people like slag off Aurora. Oh, she's asleep half the film. Well, that's not her fault.
No, yeah.
And as well, you do have to. I do agree that it's all kind of like, oh, she just wants to cook and clean. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with being a domestic goddess. What is wrong with baking pie? Sorry, I'm fucking sick of this shit. Like, there's nothing wrong with being able to make an awesome pie.
No.
That's a cool thing. That's cool.
Jenna Lawson has made a bloody franchise out of it.
Exactly. No one's calling her weak, are they? No one's going, oh, Nigella, you're so dated because you like to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pisses me off, Mitchell. All right, live in your slum and eat your pot noodle then. Like, ugh.
I learned how to bake a pie from this. I was like, oh, that's how you do it. Just a bit of pastry.
Oh, it's so. I was saying to Dan because I was watching it with that bit with him, and you know the bit where she cuts the crust off and then makes the crust into like a little. The birds make it into like a little grumpy.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying to watch. Ooh, I love it. No, but and then she. Like, okay, yeah, she shouldn't have eaten the apple, but you have to remember, number one, it's a fairy tale. Number two, she has to eat the apple for the story to move on. And number three, she is a 14-year-old person who has been abused her entire life, has never had interaction with anyone outside of the castle, talks to birds, like. She would be, and why would she suspect the old lady? Even though the old lady's creepy as fuck, she's being kind. And are we not taught? Are we not actually? Do you know what? I'm actually raging because now something's just occurred to me. Right, the entire plot of Beauty and the Beast. I'm not shouting at you. I'm just shouting into the air. Right. The entire plot of Beauty and the Beast revolves around punishing someone for not helping an old lady.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So why is it that everyone's going, oh, she's so stupid for helping the old lady? You can't win. You just can't win.
No.
I'm telling you. No.
I will say, if you did enjoy this film, I think you would enjoy The Huntsman as well, which is the live action, which gets shat upon. Snow White and the Huntsman.
Oh, I don't even remember that one.
Oh, it's got.
I mean, I remember it, but I don't remember what happens in it.
Yeah, no, I just think it's a really good adaptation of Snow White in that for people who are like got modern sensibilities, the people who hate people.
I think when it came out, I was in a bit of a Kirsten Stewart like hate rage.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, I don't like her. She can't act. Blah blah blah. And I do remember thinking to myself when I watched it, oh, she's just doing the usual stroppy Kirsten Stewart thing again. But I haven't watched it for a very long time. And to be fair, if I was being kidnapped by a huntsman, I'd probably be quite stroppy too. So
yeah.
I might give it well, why don't we put it on our next year's podcast?
We might have to because Charlize Theron is like amazing in it.
Is it the one where she gets naked and gets in the pool, or am I thinking about a Dior advert?
No, she does do that, but I can't remember if it's that one or the sequel that she does that in. It might be because no, you think you're right. 'Cause she steps into milk, doesn't she? She's bathing in milk because they're doing that whole kind of
Milk?
bathery thing. You know, the one where she sort of slept with animals and bathed in milk.
Oh, right, okay. But no, honestly, I just feel like it's kind of Snow White and Seven Dwarfs is given such a like bad rap for like, oh, it's boring, and I mean, you said it a few times it was boring for you, but like I just really enjoyed it, and I thought it had so much more character than I actually remember it having. Like, I think the dwarves add so much to it.
Yeah.
Like, they're so cute, and even though the jokes don't always land and all this, like, Dopey is adorable.
Yeah.
Grumpy is adorable. They're all so adorable. Like, they're all lovely, and like, it's so joyful to watch. I thought it was great. I thought that I like at the end when she's asleep and like Grumpy's crying, and I'm like, oh, even Grumpy's crying.
Oh, and then when she wakes up, they're so happy.
Grumpy.
They're doing backflips.
Yeah. Oh, I like it when when Grumpy's coming out of the house and he's like, oh, I don't want a kiss, but he takes his hat off, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He really wants a kiss. Oh, it's so cute. I think it's got so much to offer, to be honest. Like, and the ending is awesome. Oh my god, like I was so impressed with the ending. Because I remember that being quite like scary when I was little. You know, when she's like, I'll crush your bones.
Yeah.
And then she the lightning, the Deus Ex Machina comes in and she falls off. And then the vultures like start swirling. And I remember like but the bit, because it's all raining, isn't it? It's like raining and lightning. And they animate all the like flashes of lightning, and the lighting's incredible, and like how the water's running off the rocks, like it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
I know it's primitive, like I know that it's like, you know, not realistic looking, but it's just so nice to look at. It is like, I mean, it's a moving painting, which I know that's what animation is, but it is like watching a moving painting. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it doesn't look primitive. It doesn't look like shoddy.
No.
It just looks so clean. I was so shocked.
Yeah. Although one bit that did make me laugh was, and I can't tell if it's meant to be a joke or not in the film, but it made me laugh, was when they locked up the mine with all the diamonds in, and they put the key like right by the door.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell if that was a joke or not.
I think it was a joke, because I think it's meant to show that they're so trusting.
Yeah, that's it. Or that Dopey's just...
That's silly.
Dopey should have put it in his pocket or something.
Yeah.
And he just leaves it there with all the diamonds, yeah.
Yeah.
But, and I think, I mean, I see what you mean in some ways. Like, there are certain scenes that are a little bit more cartoony, and like, you know, the washing scene and stuff.
Yeah.
Although I do enjoy that. I thought it was really cute. And like, yeah, like the dancing scene, a few people might find a bit boring and stuff, but I find it really it's really charming. I think it's got what a lot of Disney these days really lacks.
Yeah.
Which is just like a bit of a kind of laid back, like, oh, we're just going to tell you this really nice story. It's going to make you happy and give you a happy ending, and you can kind of escape into some fantasy for an hour or so. And enjoy some nice music. And now it's all a bit heavy, isn't it, really?
But like, I think you've hit on something which we will in future, like, so like for our listeners, we will start doing sort of like one-off episodes where we will be talking about like film in general, but like that's in the future. But you hit on something with like, so I think the one thing that their remakes are missing is charm. I think you're right. I think they miss, when you watch it in real life, it takes away something from the animation. Like there's no charm to it. Because I was just watching the teaser trailer for Moana the other day, the real life action one.
Oh, yeah.
And I was watching it going, nothing against the actress, but there's no, like, normally the
so
song,
flat.
you know the song How Far to Go, or how whatever it's called? That song makes me tear up. But it missed, it being in real life, it took something away from it. And I think it is the charm.
It might just be because we've seen it before.
Maybe.
I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that like, oh, you watch something once and then there's no magic to it. I don't think that's true at all. But I mean that. What I mean is that it's making you think about the one that came before it.
Yeah.
And when that one looks so colourful and original and evokes a nostalgia in you, and then even though it wasn't that long ago, and then you watch a kind of less colourful, less creative copy of that, you're not gonna get excited. Why is that exciting? I don't find that exciting. I'm like, okay, it's like me buying a beautiful green sparkly dress for myself and me being like, oh, it's so beautiful, I love it, and then you coming in with a duller, less sparkly, less pretty dress and going, ta-da, you love sparkly dresses, you love sparkly green dresses.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want the shit one, I want the vibrant one. Do you get me?
Yeah, it's the whole
like
kind of...
Yes, technically it's the same thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, no.
Is that a bad analogy?
No, I get it. Yeah.
I think that it's... Do you know... Oh, sorry.
No, just saying, like, we'll do a special episode on the Disney remakes in the future. Because I think we can say so much about it, but you're right, it's...
You can rant.
Yeah, it takes so much away from it. But anyway, before we go... we need to like say if it's rated, underrated, or overrated. We need to come to consensus. I think I know what you're gonna say, but
do you?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
What are you gonna say first then?
Well, I think it's underrated.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is overrated. I think it's rated in some aspects and underrated in other aspects, in that I think there is definitely an appreciation for it being like the OG. Like it is revered. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's a good
like,
point.
People are like, it was the first one. It's always made such a massive deal of that it was the first one. And I think that people do really put an emphasis on like, oh wow, that's so impressive that they made that, in the 30s, and it was so impressive for the time. There's all that about, the production hell that was in and stuff, and that is, I think, fair. But I think in terms of how actually, like, how deep, not deep, but I think it gets a really, really bad rap, like a really unfair rap.
Yeah, I do. I think, like we've discussed with the aspects of Snow White. Yeah, no. See, I've done it as well. Like, people say, like, "Oh, should we watch Snow White?" I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and it's even. I think you can do it with a lot of things. I mean, even things like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and stuff. I think we're kind of conditioned in the media to be like, oh, we don't like these, the old traditional princesses because they're not interesting and they're not fun. And you sort of think, well, you have to look at it as a wider picture. You have to look at it as how they operate within the plot, how they react with the other characters. Are they even the main character?
Yeah.
Because I would argue Snow White's not really, like, it is more about the dwarves and the queen, isn't it?
Yeah.
How they react to her in the same way that it is. I'd say Cinderella's not the same, but like Sleeping Beauty, definitely. She's not the main character. The fairies are. And I think that people need to kind of give Snow White a bit of a break, to be honest.
Oh, poor Snow.
Poor Snow with a Lord Farquaad haircut. Being snogged by random men.
Oh, dear.
Poor thing. Yeah. I said, it is funny because it's a bit like, I said to Dan, like, imagine if, like, you woke me up with a kiss and I was like, whacked you, like, you didn't get consent for that. It's like, I have pre-consent. He was laughing though, because he was saying, when she was in the coffin, he was going, oh, she'll have, how long has she been there? Oh, she'll have muscle wastage, right? and then, right, when the prince comes and, like, takes her off, she sits there and she puts her arms up and she doesn't get up.
Yeah.
And he goes, I told you, she can't walk. He was like, look, he goes, do you ever see her walking after that? And I was like, shit, no. She gets on the horse. She can't walk.
No, it's true.
She's alive, but she's now disabled, poor thing. Oh, God. But the Queen did get the last laugh, really.
Yeah.
Oh, but I thought it was funny.
Okay, so before we go, we've got to talk about what we're going to do next. And after the disaster, which was Elf last year.
What do you mean? I love Elf.
Oh, God. We decided that from now on, when it comes to like cheesy like films at Christmas, we're going to avoid the classics and we're just going to go for straight up cheesy
Full
films.
cheese.
Full cheese.
We want cheese. We want a cheese board. We want a cheese cake, cheese charcuterie.
Yeah.
Cheese everything.
And because it's the end of the year and then it's the end of the podcast for this season. So we want to go out having fun basically. And it's Christmas, so we just want to sit there and talk shit about a film. So we've decided to pick the Netflix classic.
A gem in the Netflix crown.
A gem, which is The Merry Gentleman. Now, hang on, I pulled it up. Yeah, it's The Merry Gentleman, and it came out last year. So you mightn't heard of it. It's got Britt Robertson in it and Chad Michael Murray. And it's a rom-com, so we've got something for Jess and something for me.
Yeah. I think Chad Michael Murray is for both of us.
And neither of us has watched it. So it will be something new for both of us. And it's just a bit of fun. I'm not saying it's going to be a classic. But if you want to join in on the conversation, go watch The Merry Gentleman. It's up on Netflix now. And you can join us next time when we will be seeing with this. Well, it might be a classic. We might come out the end and be like...
It might be amazing.
You might be going like, oh, God, it changed the world.
It might be the new While You Were Sleeping.
Oh, maybe.
Also, there's strippers in it, so...
Yes. Oh, my God, I buried the lead.
That's all we... You're not selling it, Nick.
No, I'm not selling it at all. They're the strippers. So it's basically, what's it?
It's like the Full Monty crossed with, like...
Magic Mike at
that
Christmas.
Horrible snowman movie. What was that snowman movie?
Oh, that'll be the next one on the list.
Oh, gosh. What was it called? Like Jack Frost? Or...
No, it was
No,
wasn't it Sexy Fred or Sexy Snowman?
Sexy Fred. It was... Oh, my God. It had Ted from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What was it called? Hold on a minute. Snowman movie.
Is it Hot Frosty? It's Hot Frosty, isn't it?
Hot Frosty!
Yeah, Hot Frosty.
Oh, God. Oh, my God, Mitchell. I just put in Snowman movie and I got the Snowman as in, like, that horrendous thriller.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, my God. One of the worst films I've ever watched. Oh, my God. We should 100% watch that on a podcast.
Yeah.
Because it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, so, like...
No, Hot Frost. There you go. Yeah, you're right. It was Hot Frosty.
Watch Hot Frosty and Merry Gentleman. Have a back-to-back.
Oh, God. Yeah, I've got lots of thoughts about about that.
We can talk about Hot
But
Frosty
yeah.
as well. I'm sure I'll watch
We
it at some
can.
point.
Double feature.
Double feature. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
right.
Right.
Let's get out of here. You've been listening to Really Rated, a movie review podcast.
If you've enjoyed this episode, why not dive into our archives and catch up on the movie reviews you might have missed?
And have your say by sending your own thoughts and questions of the films you've discussed so far to reallyrated@gmail.com.
Until next time, film fans.
Keep it really rated.